When you're remote, by definition, you are not in the room. And so in order to show up when you're not in the room, you want to bring all of your presence. You want to bring all of your work to where people see you. When you're remote, they see you two different ways. One is synchronously in meetings, hopefully on camera, but maybe not, on the phone. That's synchronous communication. And the other way, the majority of the time, you are asynchronous. And it is that asynchronous update that we're going to talk about today. You can, with clarity, bring more of yourself into the rooms where people are, but you're not. Clarity is the key. And so the asynchronous updates that we engage in all day long, email, chat, Teams, Slack, these methods reward speed over clarity. But you can take that back. You are. Often we give updates like we're in a speeding vehicle and we see the person on the side of the road and we're rolling and we say the update out the window and we keep on going. And they didn't really catch what we were talking about. Maybe they caught some of the update and they're not really sure what's next. And taking the time to do these three things will really set you apart and your work apart, which makes it visible. And so what you need to do is set the context, the backstory, the thing that's running in your head all the time and you expect it's running in everyone else's heads too. It isn't. They've got all kinds of things going on in their head. And when you show up with an update, whether it's in Teams or Slack or email, they just see what you write. And sometimes it can be too brief. I know that you want to honor other people's time, but it can be too little. And so without clarity, the time they do spend on your brief update isn't all that useful. So let's go over this three-part clarity structure a bit. First, we have the context, where you orient the reader. Then you have your update, brief, concise, to the point, concrete. Your update, the thing that you don't leave out typically. And then you might be asking for something, or you might simply be telling the world, your audience, what is coming up next. Let's look at a couple of examples. Here's one. It's a status update and a before look, like when you are giving your update briefly to the point and moving on, might look something like this. It's difficult to kind of emerge from whatever it is that I'm doing to read your update and like place it in the world in which I live. A better approach using our three-part framework is first, you set the stage. What is it you're going to be talking about? It's an update on the API integration, for example. Then there's the update, clear, concrete, what has happened, and then what's next. And so it's very clear, beginning, middle, end. Here's another one. It's a next step. It's an update related to here's something that happened. What should I do next? In the before example, it feels pretty tentative. There's not a lot of context given. The good thing about this one is that you're asking about priorities. The way I would reframe it using our three-part arc gives the context. This is what happened. This is why it matters. Here is the issue. Here's what I propose. And making sure with a confirmation that the priorities are aligned. This is much more presence forward. So as you can see, this is not marketing. It is delivering your work and bringing yourself, your presence into the room. You do great work. Let's make it visible.